Seth Rollins cashes in. CM Punk just beat Gunther for the world title. Seth Rollins comes out. He's on the crutches. He's teasing it. He's acting like he's injured. He then turns around as though he's going to go away, as though it was just a warning. And then he drops the crutches. One of the coldest shots of the year. He turns back. He cashes in. He beats up Punk with the briefcase. And Seth Rollins wins the world title. His garbage faction he elevated in the matter of 10 minutes toward an ending to SummerSlam. Gunther vs Punk, 5 stars for the match, plus the moment. What an ending to the show. What a main event. We then move on to the opener of the show. We had Roman Reigns and Jey Uso vs Braun and Bronson Reed. There was no real story to this match. It was just a good match. It was a bit too long, in my opinion. 3.5 stars. Roman and Jey won. Moving on to the second match on the show, arguably the second best. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Charlotte and Alexa won. They did like a Twisted Bliss, big boot kind of thing. They won the titles, that's all that matters. 3.75. Next match on the show, Karen vs Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn won, 1 stars. This match was trash. Then we move on to Tiffany Stratton vs Jade Cargill. This match was even worse. Tiffany Stratton somehow retained. I don't know how that's happened. I thought Jade Cargill was meant to win. But anyways, Tiffany Stratton retained. 0.5 stars. We move on. And then lastly, the co-main event. We got Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. What I really liked about this match was not only the Logan Paul Jelly Roll frog splash spot where Logan Paul frog splash Jelly Roll through the announce table, but also that Jelly Roll took the pin in this match. It just makes sense. There are 3 main eventers: Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, all champions and all main event level talents, and Jelly Roll's just not a wrestler, so it just doesn't make sense if Jelly Roll's somehow winning. Like Randy Orton's not beating 2 main eventers in a 2v1. So it just makes sense. Jelly Roll took the pin. I like that about the match. And Logan and Drew won. This match 4 stars. And then the main event, CM Punk vs Gunther. This match had everything you'd want in a wrestling match. It started slow. It started with the classic grapple. The classic moves that happen when you press the O button in WWE 2K. This match was the classic traditional wrestling match. Gunther was busted open. He was bleeding. It wasn't an accident. It was intentional. At the end, Punk hit 2 go-to-sleeps and pinned Gunther and won the title. He was celebrating, tears in his eyes, emotional, finally won a title in the WWE. Seth Rollins' music hits. He comes out on the crutches. He teases the cash and he turns back, drops the crutches. He was never injured. He comes into the ring, cashes in and wins the world title. One of the best works we've seen in a long time. And something about this work, it just feels so good to be worked. Even though we had a slight idea that Rollins could be coming, we wanted that to happen. But the excitement when his music hit, the pop in the audience went wild, and Rollins is the new world champion. Overall, this was a solid show. The starting was okay. Too many tag matches in my opinion. There was not the right balance between night 1 and night 2. Night 2 is way better, way more stacked. But the main event really saved the show. It was amazing. And the other matches are quite skippable, but the main event was cinema. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. 7.5 out of 10 for me, and that's it for this one.